So today, man, God blessed us with a great day, nice weather, beautiful day in Nissan Stadium, playing against Gardner-Webb, a team that's gotten some momentum and doing some good stuff, and was excited to have a chance to go and compete against them. And it was all about the first half for us. I mean, we put ourselves in a huge hole in the first half between penalties and turnovers. But I do commend our defense on sudden change, not giving up big time points and all that stuff and getting field goals. So Byron came in and helped us out in the second half, but just wasn't enough. And now we'll go back to the drawing board.
Making the decision to go with Jonathan over Byron, and then after that, Wally for 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, last week JP came in for Byron, and he had a calmness about him. He managed the offense really well in that game, the last game when he came in. So we just figured, hey, let's go with the momentum that he's been playing with, and let him get the more reps, and obviously be the guy for this game. And I thought it would mean a lot for him coming from that school as well. But I talked with the coaches. Didn't want to be too fast on pulling them out, because that stings, right? But just wanted to give him a chance to compete and get it corrected. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and that wasn't all him. I mean, there was protection issues also that really prevented him from being able to be as successful as he wanted to be.
Why did you keep him in after the third interception?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, man, there's trust. You want to show that you trust the guy when you give him the keys to go in and compete. And I know how hard he's worked, and I love the fact that he don't let we talk about living in vision and not in circumstance, and he don't let the circumstance keep him from doing the things that he needs to do. But he had a tough out, and like I said, it wasn't all his fault. There are some protections issues that hurt us there. But we wanted to show that, hey, we do trust you, and we do think you could turn it around.
Do you feel like Byron went in with a chip on his shoulder to show you that he should have started?
Yeah, I mean, I think Byron always have a chip on his shoulders. He's transferred here from NAIA school, and he really wants the job to be QB1. So, but sometimes it takes that, right? It's the mark of a man is how you show up, not when you're got $1 million in your pocket, but how you show up when things are you're facing adversity. And he's faced adversity, and he came in this game and showed that he can do it.
As far as just the fourth down plays in the fourth quarter, the one hand off to Shivers is his third down play, and the fourth down play they defended that, and then the other fourth down play were handed off to Simmons Brown and didn't get the first down. What went into those decisions to call those specific plays in terms of Shivers, the handoff, and then also the Simmons Brown kind of so deep in the backfield with such little game?
Yeah, well, the thing with Shivers, I'm sorry. We've been practicing that for the last 4 weeks or so, and it was just an opportunity. When you're at this point where we are, anything that you can do to try to bring excitement and creativity to your team to get guys going. I mean, you saw the juice that the guys had on the sideline, and if we had scored it, then it's great. We didn't score it or didn't pick it up, then now it's the worst call ever. So we can live with that because we've made the decision and we've practiced that play multiple times for the last 4 or 5 weeks on every Thursday practice, and then of course we walk through it on Friday. So we live with it. You have to make big time decisions and make those decisions, and you live with it. But we still had another chance at fourth down, and that was kind of the thought process. If we don't get it, we still have another down, and we still was right down there. So opportunity to call another play, and but it didn't work out for us. But we had some other fourth down calls that we made that we got and we picked up. So like I said, that stuff is all based on me and how I feel and that type of stuff. So, and I'm communicating with the coordinator all the time, like, hey, we're going for it on fourth down, have a play and that type of stuff. So yeah, that was the decision behind that.
How do you view the clock management on that drive with Shivers and the goal line there? You ran 13 plays, took 6 minutes off the clock. I know you get the ball back, but you're kind of running out of time at that point.
Yeah, those are some things that we definitely have to improve on. Obviously, I have to do a better job of explaining to the guys that just because it's not 2 minutes on the clock, we have to be in a 2-minute tempo type of deal where we're not subbing, where we're not huddling, where we need to go, and we'll do a better job on that. Most of the times, the mindset is when you see 2 minutes on the clock, that's when everybody seems to pick it up. But when you're behind by the number of points that we're behind, then your drives need to be a 2-minute type tempo. So yeah, could have had a much better job on saving some time for us.
What were the conversations with Kendrick like today to get him to play? Was there any risk in him aggravating what's cost him not being able to play the last 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, well, the risk is always there, but until he showed us that he could practice and cut and protect himself, we wasn't going to put him out there. And this week he's shown that in practice. He's gotten a lot of reps, so we definitely want to throw him back out there. And he felt good, and had some really good runs out there today.
Do you anticipate Byron starting the last game?
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Obviously I'll go and talk to these guys, Coach Shannon Harris and Coach Brian Hayes and Morgan. I think a lot of those guys, there's a lot of experience in those guys. There's a lot of play callers in that and working with quarterbacks. So I don't like to just make the decision and say it's all mine. I like it to be our decision. So we'll have a detailed conversation about that early in the week, and we'll figure it out.
Has this year been as challenging as you thought maybe it would be going into your first year at Tennessee State?
Yeah, every season is challenging. We went 10-0 one year, and that season was challenging because every day after winning 5, you guys said we challenged to win 6. So they're all challenges, man. I've been doing this for a long time. Blessed to have been doing it for a long time. This from a record standpoint, I've never had a record like this as a head coach, but I love the group of guys that I get to come and build a team with. I love being at Tennessee State University, and we'll continue to get to work on it.